MJ Movie Reviews back again with an on-the-fly movie review of the newly released I don't even really know what to call this thing, psychological mind trip, mind screw horror thriller. I guess I could use the word thriller, entitled The Neon Demon. Wow. At this point, folks, I actually have to put the armrest up and put my arms together when I'm talking about this thing. Well, I guess for those of you who have not heard of it or might have briefly heard of it, The Neon Demon tells the story of a young underage girl who's 16. We find out she is 16, although we're led to believe she's of age in the beginning of the film. She travels to Los Angeles to be like a model superstar in hopes of, like everybody else, fame and stardom. And, she comes across the realities of the modeling industry. And she slowly spirals down into the depths of hell in reality. Or is she thinking it? I don't know. I still don't know after I saw the damn thing, and I don't even think the filmmakers even knew if she did or not. So, wow. I guess in this day of age of sequels and needless remakes and basically in this state of the movie business, where they've pretty much said to hell with actually creating anything original, where titles are sold and business deals. It's always been that way, but now this seems to solely be the only way movies are done now. To see a movie like The Neon Demon is definitely a breath of fresh air. Now, whether that's a good breath of fresh air is debatable upon the person who sees this film. For me, I will say I was with the film for, I'll probably say the first, maybe beginning of it, maybe half of it, I was with it. It started to lose me kind of as it went on. When it got to kind of the second and especially in the third act, it pretty much lost me. But at that point, I had read little reviews about the film before I saw it. So I didn't trick myself into thinking that this is going to be like an actual movie. Like Independence Day Resurgence, that's an actual like Hollywood movie, beginning, middle, and end. The hero kills the bad guys, blah, 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 blah. I already knew coming into The Neon Demon that this was definitely going to be like a movie I would have seen on Cinemax Vanguard back in the late 80s, early 90s or something. I might see it some like local art house movie theater around town. So I don't get me wrong. I really mean what I say, that I could watch any type of movie. You know what I mean? I could watch Devil's Rejects. I could watch Toxic Avenger. I can watch The Bridges of what's the damn Clint Eastwood movie with Meryl Streep? The Bridges of Madison County. I can watch The Neverending Story. I can watch Geely. I can watch what was that movie with Martin Short that Martin Sheen that Emilio Estevez directed. What was that movie called? It's a really small movie. I think it was The Walk, The Free. I can't remember what that movie was called, but I can watch those type of movies. I can watch anything. So I knew exactly what I was getting into. I used to watch Twin Peaks back in the day when it was on, when it was literally aired on TV. I used to watch it. I've seen Fire Walk with Me. I've seen it was the one with Bill Pullman, Lost Highway. I've seen it. I never saw Mulholland Drive. I saw pieces of it, but I never seen it. I saw Wild at Heart with Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern. So I've seen the Lynch movies, so I can watch that type of stuff. I've seen Blue Velvet. Dennis Hopper with the squeeze in the end movie's crazy. But this is The Neon Demon is definitely Twin Peaks Blue Velvet territory. This is definitely a type of movie where this is an art house movie where, you know, a lot of things are left up to interpretation. It's really left up to you, the viewer, to decide what you think the movie should be about. The filmmakers in this case is really more about creating art and, excuse me, but throwing some shit together for you to go home and ponder about. And you can ponder all you like. You're never going to make any sense out of any of it because it's art. Because it's art, people. So what I gather, this is what I got in the end of The Neon Demon, is that this poor soul who, there are little hints that maybe she might have some mental health issues. It's a hint, and it's very late in the movie when it's hinted at it. You know, combined with the death of her parents, being underage, and then they throw a personality like that into the lovely world of modeling in Los Angeles, California, and we know that's the perfect place for a sick personality like that. And then you find out that you're surrounded by other sick personalities just like her, except the only difference is they're in this powerful industry with all this money. So you got a money making industry ran by a bunch of sickos abusing less unfortunate sick people. That's kind of what I got from The Neon Demon. And you know, all about, and I will say I do like the line in the movie where Castor Troy's younger brother from Face Off, I forget the actor's name, really good actor, but I like his turn here. He kind of has this brown makeup, he kind of has this Italian look. He's very good in the movie. I forget the actor's name. Somebody can put in the comment section below. But you know, the chick is seeing some guy who's older than her, and as the movie starts, he looks creepy as hell. Turns out he's a nice guy compared to this disgusting, corrupt David Lynchian world. But you know, the Castor Troy's little brother is going on about how, now you see, look at this girl right here. She has beauty. It's beauty. Beauty is what makes, you know, he says something about beauty is what we have, blah, 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 blah. In other words, beauty is what matters. And then the creepy boyfriend comes in and goes, I don't agree with that. And he goes, wait a minute, so you're going to tell me that it's on the inside is what counts, right? Isn't that what you're going to tell me? And then, you know, the creepy boyfriend guy kind of goes like, yeah. And he goes, well, you are right. You are right. Beauty is not the only thing. But no. I'm sorry. What did he say? He said beauty is... I can't remember the line. I screwed the line up, but those who've seen the movie, it's a really good line where he says beauty isn't... No, he says beauty isn't everything. It's the only thing. And I was like, damn. I mean, that was pretty cold. I was like, man, like that hit home like on a deep level, just like, man, it just makes you think. Like, damn. I mean, it personified that's a big theme throughout the movie. Because this homely chick, what's her name? Ella Fanning. I think she was in Super 8. I could be wrong, because I haven't seen Super 8 in years. But, you know, basically, she, my Google thing. There we go. So basically, everybody is saying how beautiful, and she has natural beauty. But the other girls who don't like her, who are actually older girls, you know, and when we're talking about older girls, we're talking 27, 26, 25. We all know in the modeling industry, 25 and up, you know, your expiration date is starting to hit. You know what I mean? This chick is 16, so you know she's the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? Very sick, but it's true. And I love how he does a comparison. He points at the one chick who's older, who maybe she's 25 or 26, and she said she's had her breasts augmentated and she's had her chin chopped and her ears pinned back, all kinds of crazy stuff, y'all. And then he points at the 16-year-old homely girl, and he goes, now look at that. That's natural beauty. You can sit now. I mean, he's just crazy, man. This guy's being dead serious. But it really just... Anyway, that's the theme throughout the movie. That's a theme throughout the movie, how beauty is only what matters, and the extremes people go to achieve beauty, and ultimately how even if you fix yourself and do this and do that, it doesn't mean anything. You'll be right out the door. The second somebody more prettier than you steps in, you're out of here. You know, and that's another theme throughout the movie. Keanu Reeves, Mr. Johnny Utah, Speed, and Matrix himself pops up. And he plays a very creepy character in this movie. I will say, I think that as Keanu gets more into old man Keanu Reeves, he's getting better as an actor. He's still Keanu, but we all love Keanu. Those of us who grew up with him back from the Bill and Ted Adventure days. But Keanu is creepy here, and there's one scene. There's actually two scenes that he really pulled it off so good that I was appalled. I think there was one where the creepy boyfriend is like, gonna pay him off for damage that the homely girl supposedly did to the room because a lion cat got in there. She left the back porch open, and he tells him like, "Hey, there's a new 14-year-old who just came in town. She lives there all alone. You need to go hit that room up." I mean, it's just really gross, man. And then there's like another scene. There's another scene where I'm not gonna get. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna give it away. But I will say, for those who've seen it, it involves. Okay, well, I'll just put it like this. Those of you who've seen Killer Joe, the chicken scene, Gina Gershon, okay? Take away the drumstick, replace it with a knife. And that's all I'll say. That creeped me out. That was very creepy. That was disturbing. There's one scene in here. I'm not going to give spoilers, but I'll leave a hint. I'll only say, Bad Boys 2, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith in the morgue. And I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. And this scene is it's I give the actress credit because I guess when you aspire to be an actor, this is probably the scene that you dream about. Yeah. Kudos to her. That was very brave. And then ultimately, how the film ends in the third act, I'm not going to tell you all who have not seen it or spoil it. But I guess if you're really jealous of a chick in modeling and she's really getting on your nerves and you're tired of her beauty, I guess the conclusion they come to is probably pretty logical. I guess if you're a very stable human being and emotionally healthy. Wow, this movie's just a trip. It's a trip. Oh, and another thing I want to say, guys, is remember the movie Wrong Turn that Elijah Dushku was in? Very underrated horror film. I rented that when it first came on video, and I was like shocked because I remember it was at my local movie theater for like a day. But when I rented it on video, I was like, damn, Wrong Turn is good. And I actually like Wrong Turn 2. I don't like 3. I never saw 4 or 5 or even 6. But I do like the first 2 Wrong Turn movies. I even like Wrong Turn 2 is like wacky as sick as it is. But the guy who starred in the first Wrong Turn, I can't remember his name. He was the guy who saved the girl who saved Elijah Dushku at the end. Man, what happened to that dude, man? I didn't even know that was him, but man, I'm hoping that maybe he's just really did some Christian Bale mechanic type stuff to get into that machinist type stuff to get into that character, but I didn't even realize that was him, man. Oh man, hey, I hope the dude is all right, man. Or I hope that's makeup and him being in character, because it didn't even click on me until I looked. I said, that's the dude from Wrong Turn and Ghost Ship. I hope the dude is all right, man. But ultimately, at the end of the day, did I like the Neon Demon? I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay. I can't go so far as to say I actually liked it, but I will say I give it credit for being very original, being different. The cinematography is excellent. The colors, the imagery is fantastic. Oh, I love it. And the retro kind of techno-y John Hammer kind of sounded score, It Follows kind of score. I really like that. That's one thing when I make my first short film, I really want to use that old school It Follows kind of techno-y kind of score. I really, that's one of the things I really miss about 80s filmmaking, is that techno-y kind of score. I really like that. So the cinematography and the score and just the balls they had to go with this movie, I say it's good. It's good just to check it out to see how wacky it is. Now, ultimately, will you be satisfied? I don't think you'll be satisfied with it as a movie, but if you just want to go, for teenagers of today who've seen this movie, this will be a movie that they talk about when they're my age, when they're in their mid-30s, because this movie's crazy. Or even for younger kids who are adventurous moviegoers like I was, watching USA Up All Night and all that back in the day. For kids who are 7 or 8 seeing the Neon Demon now, they will be talking about this movie probably by the time they're 50, or probably by the time they die. But either way, that's my review of the Neon Demon. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and leave comments down below about the Neon Demon. I'll be back with my raunchy comedy movie reviews finally.